Namaskar. I'm Rinku, psychologist, practicing psychotherapist in ILS Hospital, Dondon, Kolkata. I'm also doing phone counseling. Today I want to describe you, I want to help you to learn a very effective but very short-term technique which is very easy to learn. But you need to practice very seriously, otherwise you cannot get the result. To combat your why you are going to learn this, why I am eager to describe it to you, share with you, because this is in this pandemic situation, in this COVID situation, we are becoming highly tensed, hyper tensed and stressed due to coronavirus. So beside taking the details of the precautions, prevention, etc., which is more or less most of us almost known, but we have to in this situation how we can how we can be more stable, how we can be able to handle our emotions. For that, this technique or tool is very important, which is one of my favorite technique. That is called its name is cognitive behavior therapy. In short, we are calling it CBT. So in CBT, I want to mention again today that there is a cognition, that my thinking, that my belief, that my values all are reflected through our thoughts, actually what we are thinking, and that is that affects our emotions, which is hidden in this therapy's name, because here is we are mentioning only cognition and behavior. In between cognition and behavior there is also emotions, and then it is there which is called behavior. That is our reaction, our response according to our thoughts. So where is our thought is generated? In our brain. How it is generated? From the stimulus we are receiving through our sense organs, from our environment, or through our memory. We are recalling many events, incidences. That also creates so many things, like we are thinking, we are seeing so many things. Then we are thinking, am I affected by coronavirus? If I am affected by coronavirus, then what will be my consequences? Because I am seeing so many consequences of so many people, and but I do not know how to handle my mind. So how can you manage your mind very quickly through this CBT therapy by CBT techniques? I want to give you an example. Like our thought is actually generated by our stimulus, which may be external stimulus or which may be internal stimulus, that is come from my memory, from my past experiences, from my childhood memories, etc., from my recent memories, or it can come from environment. Like we are now going through a pandemic environment, a pandemic situation, where all of we are combat with the stress of coronavirus, and we are seeing its consequences, and it obviously, as a person, it actually affects our mind. So there is a first column. You have to draw a table in your in a exercise book or in a white sheet. You just can in your computer also you can draw a table, where first column is A. Actually this is called ABCDE technique. Also very popularly it is known as ABCDE technique. So we are going to learn ABCD. What is A? A for activating event. That event actually create any kind of thought. That is B in the form of belief. Belief is our it is there already formed, and according to the belief, thoughts automatically generated in our mind. I will explain it by giving an example, and then B for belief, A for activating event, second column is belief, you have to column it, you have to draw a line. And then third C, that is consequences. What is happening? Say for example, it will be better, just right now I am taking an example, like I am feeling anyone, or I prefer to say I am in this format. I prefer to express everything in that way. I am feeling little bit of feverish, and there is maybe some pain in my body, and this is the situation I am feeling. I mean, there is a pain in my body, feverish condition. This is the situation. You can say I am feeling also this. And then the thought is, belief is, I am affected by coronavirus. This is due to all these physical conditions are happening due to coronavirus, right? And then automatically I am becoming stressed, hypertensed. What I will do now? What I have to do, right? So the consequences is there are one type of consequences is psychological consequences, that is my emotional level. One type of consequences is in physical level, that maybe I am feeling panic, I am feeling sweating, I am feeling little bit of dryness in my mouth, headache or anything else. These are all physical symptoms. And what is happening? I am irritating all the people. I am telling most of the time, or most of the people who are telling me, no, this is maybe simple. You are actually affecting, because there is this is the rainy season also. There is something, or this is maybe any other things. There are so many things can be happening behind this feelings of feverish, or dryness of mouth, or pain, just like this. Then I am thinking it is corona. So my emotional level, my psychological level, emotional level, my physical level, and my surrounding, my social level is affected, and I cannot adjust with this situation. I becoming panic, I becoming stressed. Then the column is coming D. That means disputing. What I have to dispute means simple means challenging. I have to challenge my thought. Like, I am feeling feverish, that is true. There is an environment where we are always going, that is a pandemic environment, where there are so many chances of having affected. I also can be affected by coronavirus. This is true, and there is a symptom in coronavirus also affected, who are affected by coronavirus. There is a symptom where people have fever, so and pain also. So all these things are actually correctly related with this, with my thought or belief, with my thought. Okay, and I believe, yes, it is happening. That belief, that firm belief, actually I have to challenge. In D column I have to write what is the proof? What is the proof that I am affecting coronavirus? If I can think in this way, then what I am seeing, automatic thoughts, which is actually disturbing my stability, that actually little bit of stable or a little bit of down, in that way I am challenging that thought. Yes, it may be happening, so I have to go for test, I have to consult a doctor. So what is the reason of becoming panic? Because coronavirus affection is equal to, is not death. There are so many disorders, so many feverish conditions which can lead to death. But always coronavirus contamination doesn't mean it is I am going to death. So why I am thinking in this way? if I can challenge my automatic, that is B, under B, belief, second column, which is automatic thought that is generated very quickly from my brain, that I am affected by coronavirus. So because the situation is like that, I am seeing so many things, there are so many reasons also, and what I am telling, symptoms are also very similarity, there are very similarity with the symptoms of coronavirus also. But how can I become very confirmed? How can I believe in that way? So I have to challenge my belief. I have to go for belief revision also. So I have to think in this way. I have to think, where is the proof? So I have to take proof. I have to consult with doctor. Listen, you just repeat these things. Whenever I am repeating these statements, these sentences, then I am feeling a little bit of relax. If I am becoming a little bit of relax, then accordingly E column is called, E is for A, B, C, D, E is for effects. What is the effect? My emotional, psychological level become little bit of down, not hyperactive. It becomes my physical state little bit of cool down. I can take a glass of water. I can sit down very quietly, ask myself, where is the proof? How can I become so firm about my belief, about my observation? Yes, there is 50-50 possibilities of there. There is also possibility that I am not affecting any coronavirus. I mean, it may be any other influenza virus or any other things, or it may be seasonal. Every year it is happening whenever seasons change. I totally forget all these histories. So I have to, whenever I can challenge in a realistic way, with a rational thought, logical thought, then automatically it is happening. You also practice it and can see the result. Your physical, physiological, psychological level become much more stable. You can then talk with other people around you, that you want help, you go for help. You can phone up with the actual person, so that you can take the proper help. So this is how quickly we can manage our high level of stress, and we can cool down our level of stress in a moderate level, mild level, ultimately to the normal level, if we can check our automatic what I want to say, it is irrational, illogical thoughts where so many distortions are there. Here I am generalizing the situation. I am generalizing my symptoms. There is similarities, but that doesn't mean without any proof I am becoming very firm that it is coronavirus. So you can see how within a few seconds I can cool down my restlessness. So if you practice it, A for activating event, again I am repeating it, A for activating event, the event like I am there is fever, like sensation in my body, feeling little bit of pain in my body, that is the activating event. That event is there, that is true, and accordingly my brain is actually, this is inbuilt system in ourselves, it actually giving me the message that you are affecting by coronavirus, because it is my there are so many other factors are also responsible. You don't have to need analysis or all these things. You just think that it is my thought which is distorted, but because I am within a second I am thinking it, and I am believing it, and I am dwelling on it. So for many hours my consequences. What is the C for consequences? My emotional, physical and social consequences are devastating. I am becoming very panicked, very depressed, or thinking so many things. Where is the money? How can I go for treatment? Where I have to go? Who will take care of my family, take care of my children? There are so many things. I am becoming confused with all these things. So C is the consequences of these sorts of thinking, illogical, irrational thinking. Then the D column, which is very important, very effective, which is disputing the irrational thought. You have to dispute it. Disputing in many, there may be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thoughts. I am giving an example of one thought, but there may be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thoughts that by which you can go with 6 questions also, by which you can dispute your thought, you can challenge your thought, and then you see the consequences and effect, which is called consequences, is called effect. Effect is positive. You become a little bit of anxiety free, fearless. Then your mind, when your mind become relaxed, you also can do breathing exercise whenever you are disputing, feeling relaxed. Breathing exercise or meditation very quickly, and then you see your mind can take so many important decisions that is essential for you in that situation. So I want to mention again, you have to practice it. It is whenever we are hearing it, we are learning it, we are thinking it is very easy, but not at all it is very easy. You cannot be successful until and unless every day, for every situation, try to do at least 5 to 10 situations every day. Write it down initially. Later on you can do it spontaneously, but you have to do it through this table. You have to practice challenge your disputing your irrational thoughts. Then you will become more or less independent helper. You at least can help yourself. So go for these CPT. If you are successful, you can also share with me. You can like my video, you can share it with the other people, and let me inform it in my WhatsApp. My number is 9830603960. So again, I will see what is happening if you are giving your feedback. Thank you so much. Up to